Welcome guys to day number 132. I slept up in the room, this one, with Ano and Inez. Inez is taken off and we're heading 26 kilometers ahead towards Lyon, and tomorrow we'll head into Lyon. Challenge is on the way. Apparently Santiago is closed. The most important place in the world for us right now has closed, but still don't think it's going to be an issue for us. But I've both heard that it will be and not be, so it's kind of impossible these days to get clear on anything. But I will call the pilgrim office here when they open, and then you'll get some information. But I think there's another 10 days, at least a week, before we are entering into Galicia. So, and if it's only Santiago, then we should be okay. We had dinner with two other French guys yesterday that I mentioned in the late video yesterday, and they have walked through Navarra and La Rioja while the lockdowns have been happening, so, and they had no problems. So yeah, I don't think there's an issue, but we don't really know, I guess, before we get there. So, but I'll call them and see later. Now the day can begin. Foggy day, foggy morning. The first hour, maybe more here. The first distances today. Walking through this very deserted town where it really just looks like people have just left. Sun is coming out a bit, or the light, I should say. Still the same fog. Kind of nice to walk in, actually. But I'm in my thoughts. Not racing, but I'm like worried. I mean, I walked today. I'm crossing 3,000 kilometers. Very close, if not. But I think it's more. But anyway, I'm about 3 weeks or less. Maybe if I really strap my belt on or whatever, I can do it in 2 or maybe 2.5 weeks to finish there. But Santiago say they're closed. I haven't called the pilgrim's office yet to understand what that really means. But there's an announcement on the 9th of November that worries Ano and me from the Prime Minister, which probably means that they will close down the country. If that happens, I will have to walk more than between 40 and 50 kilometers every day to make it to Finisterre. I'll most likely not be able to finish if I am not making it. And from tomorrow there's 9 days. So fucking laughable. So fucking typical. So I sort of have to make up my mind today after I get some information from the pilgrim's office. I saw them cross here as well earlier. Talking to Anu here tonight to see if we just get going and walk very far every day. Start out early, take it easy throughout the day, but walk to finish. And I think there's no other choice right now. This Camino is obviously not the Camino you dream of walking, because it's a Camino where you are up against something you can't control, culmination of the world events. And of course, if you've seen my videos and know who I am, this is all bullshit. I'm trying not to fight it in my emotions and stuff, keep it to relaxed, because I know that I can't really make any difference other than be at peace with myself and all that. Seeing world governments, people in power behind the veil, pulling strings to make the puppets of the governments, the visible puppets, control and manipulate people into believing that there is something to be afraid of. Governments should be afraid of the people, not the other way around. And the people are afraid of the government. That means that we live in a dictatorship. And I know a lot of people think that, oh, we live in a democracy, people can go down to vote. If you think that your vote has made any fucking difference in this world, you're exactly what the power and people in control want you to be. Ignorant. Because if you think that crossing a box on a piece of paper makes a difference in how the different parties and governments and the people who have the financial system in their hands, they rule, they work their system. No, please wake up. Wake up. Country's closing down, the world is locked down once. You really think that's for the best of humanity? Economies are being destroyed, people's lives slowly being diminished and destroyed, hard-working people's businesses being destroyed. You really think that they want the best for you still? No, they don't. They don't give a rat's ass about you. You know, the cattle on the field, they have a number in their ear, because then the farmer, they're just as good as healthy as they are, or what they produce. That's the way to put it. As much as the cow produces, that's how happy or how much the farmer will appreciate them or whatever, but not in a loving way, but just as a mean of produce product. So if the cow doesn't produce anymore, milk, meat, whatever, it will be killed. What do you think your social security number means? Why do you have a number attached to who you are? The legal identity of your person. We are not more than cattle. If we believe that number or that identity of our persona in the society means anything to the system, we are no more than a number. No more than a cattle on the field. Do some research. That's what I would recommend. I'm not surprised about all this, what's happening. I'm not surprised about how they're doing it, because I know that they think of us as slaves. That's how the system see you. So they don't care. They can't care. Why would they care about numbers if they see you as that? Would you care about a number on a piece of paper? I wouldn't. But I have no people or no living things that has a number. Yeah, that was a ramble. Do some research. Try and figure it out. That's what I would recommend. I researched for 10, 14 years. Took a while to really understand. And the people you say this to, they don't believe you. And they never will, until stuff like this happens. Then they begin to wake up a bit and ask questions about why we being controlled this way. Anyways, have a great day. Camino Memorial, Knights Templars. So Mansilla, as you saw on the sign, is the place where we will stay. If you can see that out there, it's a big pilgrim on the tower or something. But unfortunately, I will head down, head to the place where we are sleeping tonight. Then I'll see how far there is to the next place and see if I can book anything. And then I'll make a decision, which I think I know already what is. I want to finish. If this is the last thing I do in my life, I will do it. I don't give a fucking shit. They're closing down the country in 9 days. I have 9 days to get to Finisterre, 9 days to walk about 400 kilometers. That's freedom in our society. Constrained freedom. This is not about the fucking virus. Locking down countries, locking down this and that. You really think that's free health? Take the fucking life out of you. And the people who don't understand that, I hope I'm so fucking wrong. But why is it then continuing? Why? Why is it not improving? All the restrictions, if that should help anything, why is it not helping? Because it's not its purpose to help anything. Its purpose is to control, create fear constantly, even more so than it has been in the past. They want you to just do what you're told. And it's now, they're all in, and they will not stop. Congratulations to all of us for being obedient citizens for too long, because it's our fault. We had the abilities to rise up, the ability to make a difference together, but we have listened to the mainstream. We have listened and allowed sides so that one is against the other and the other is against the other over and over and over again. And now they're trying to separate us from our friends, from our family, from everything, from each other, so much so that that's it. That's all they want. And why is people not coming together now? Because they have taken us apart. Why do you think they only want groups of 50 then first, then 10, then 4 or 5 or whatever? Because they don't want people to collude. They don't want people, big gatherings. Why? Because if there were big gatherings, people could potentially win over this dictatorship that's coming. It's so obvious. wake up. And you can see, Gideon, oh, what difference do you make walking here? Because I'm walking here as a fucking free man. A free man. That's what I'm doing this for, I guess. Because we are supposed to be free. We're born to be free. We are free. Last journey.
Who are bad people?
Mm-hmm. Yes? Say again?
You're right.
I mean, we must be close, yeah. Are you sure? I think it's, yeah, there's an arrow here. I saw them cross here as well earlier. So, now we are in Mansilla. What is it? Mansilla. And we have walked 26 kilometers today in fog and in very deserted towns. And I've decided to stay here today or tonight, and then I'll decide if I'll go crazy and walk like 1,000,000 kilometers per day the next 8 days. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Now we're gonna look for the El Jardín, which should be very close by. And our friend Arno should be there now. So we have arrived. Camino, El Jardín del Camino is the name. Let's go and check in. Hola, amigo.
€12.
Sí.